Come, Nerevar, come, let's talk about the faction leaders from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. We have a lot of Enwas to go over, so grab some ash yams, honor the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned, and let's begin. Grandmaster Jauffrey, the leader of the Blades. The Breton Enwa kept the Amulet of Kings, one of the most important artifacts in the Empire of Tamriel, in a wooden chest. A wooden chest, Nerevar. What a grand and intoxicating innocence. The amulet would have been safer if the hero of Kvatch carried it around with him. But no, Jauffrey took it to keep it secure. Of course, the mythic Dawn would come and steal it from you. This mongrel dogs of the Empire Faction stopped being competent after Caius Cosades left due to his skooma addiction. Seriously, you are the Grandmaster of the Blades. Keep it in the Sky Ruler Temple, which has better security at least. But you decided to keep the mongrel dog amulet inside a wooden box. A wooden box? Seriously, and I lost to these Enwas? Then you have the Grey Fox, otherwise known as Count Corvus Umbranox of Crazy Town, Anvil. Basically, the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal erased his whole identity, and he uses the hero of Kvatch to get his identity back and goes back to his wife. Honestly, I feel like he used the hero of Kvatch as the fall guy for his curse. Joke's on him, the hero became Sheogorath. Hannibal Traven, the Archmage, is the Dumbledore of Arcane University. Honestly, he is not very memorable because you interact with Raminus Paulus for the most part. The only thing that I remember is that this Breton Enwa turned himself into a black soul gem by sacrificing himself so that his power could be used in a battle against Manimarco, the Worm King. His sacrifice was supposed to serve a purpose, but I'm pretty sure the hero of Kvatch figured it out. I wonder if it is possible to find Traven in the Soul Cairn. In any case, an insignificant man. Raminus Paulus's back hurts from carrying the whole Mages Guild's plotline. Manca Cameron, the leader of the Mythic Dawn. He was too obsessed with his paradise to be actually useful. This is why the hero of Kvatch managed to completely annihilate him in his own paradise of all places. However, he is more competent than Grand Enwa Jauffrey because his men actually managed to assassinate the Emperor, break into the wooden chest, steal the Amulet of Kings, open the gates to Oblivion all over Tamriel, causing the Oblivion crisis, and finally, he facilitated Mehrunes Dagon's arrival to Tamriel. So overall, if he wasn't so obsessed with his paradise, he would have been fine. Of course, an Altmer with an ego is his own worst enemy. Velena Danton, the master of the Fighters Guild, does not deserve her position at all. She brings her personal family drama into the organization, which causes the Fighters Guild to be more of a joke than it already is. She blames the hero of Kvatch for things out of his control, fires competent members of the Fighters Guild, and keeps the guild stagnant due to her helicopter parenting. I mean, it's true that her sons got demolished during the Fighters Guild quests, but that wasn't the hero of Kvatch's doing. Varanus' demise was at the hands of the Blackwood Company. Generally, she is a tragic but overall stupid figure in the Fighters Guild. The Dark Brotherhood is headed by the Night Mother and the Black Hand, which warrants its own sermon. The Night Mother is not exactly alive anymore, but she does communicate with the listener. Another problem is that the Black Hand is extremely incompetent and does not have any safeguards when one of their own, a Breton Enwa named Matthew Bellamont, replaces the dead drops with his own. As a result, another Breton Enwa named Lucian Lachance gets blamed for being a traitor in his stead. It is a mess, Nerevar. A lot of the members of the Black Hand get eliminated because of their inability to sniff out traitors. Also, why are there so many Bretons in positions of power in Cyrodiil? It doesn't make much sense. But maybe it does? Two Bretons, Lucian Lachance and Matthew Bellamont, are a part of the Black Hand. The Archmage is Hannibal Traven, also a Breton, who holds immense power over magical affairs in Tamriel. Then you have Jauffrey, who is also a Breton and is in charge of the Blades, the organization that serves the Emperor. I know Bretons like to plot and play power games, but if you think about it, the only Breton that kept his position somewhat intact is Jauffrey. However, the man failed in his mission to protect both Uriel Septim and Martin Septim, as well as the Amulet of Kings. The arena is very strange. The leader of the blue team is Owen, but he's not exactly a faction leader. He's a no-nonsense guy, though. Tells you everything as it is and does not plot behind your back. The Grand Champion is considered to be the leader of the arena. The reigning Grand Champion is Agronak Gro-Malog, so basically the half-orc, half-mongrel dog of the Empire vampire Enwa was their Grand Champion. He loses his will to fight and stay alive and gets clobbered by the hero of Kvatch. However, if his identity remains unknown, he proves himself to be an excellent fighter. There are many Night Order leaders roaming around Cyrodiil, so I'll be very brief about them. Cyrodiil is a part of the Order of the Virtuous Blood. They are a vampire hunting society, apparently. It is a one-off quest, so not very significant. Count Marius Caro of Leowin is the leader of the Knights of the White Stallion. Jarls and Counts will be a subject of a separate sermon. If you would like to hear that sermon, please write on the parchment down below. Dagoth's Countdown. Knights of the Thorn are headed by a Dunmer named Farwile Indaris. The one good thing going for him is that he's a Dunmer. Everything else goes against him. Honestly, he's an Enwa Nerevar. There is no chance that a Dunmer from Morrowind would be such an imbecile. He charged into the gates of Oblivion thinking he was the main character. Is this how he honors the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned? What a fool he is. Then you have the leader of the Blackwood Company, the farm tool known as Rizikar. He's the one that makes you famously drink the hissed sap and annihilate a village of goblins. Yes, it is a village of goblins. Nothing suspicious or strange about it. I mean, you already trusted a farm tool, might as well drink the farm tool tree Kool-Aid and go on a trip to a goblin village. He'll make you follow the Goblin Slayer mantra of a good goblin is a dead goblin. So if the goblin does not attack you, it is still better off being annihilated. Trust me on this, Nerevar, you won't regret it in the morning. Finally, the leader of the Court of Madness is Sheogorath. He is the Daedric Prince of Madness and ruler of the Shivering Isles. After the hero of Kvatch mantles Sheogorath, he himself becomes Sheogorath. The old Sheogorath, though, becomes Jigalag, the Daedric Prince of Order. Now they are two separate beings. The hero of Kvatch is the Mad God. By that logic, almost all these faction leaders become... No, what did I get myself into again?
That is right! Every single faction in Cyrodiil, except for those pesky orders, are being led by none other than me, Sheogorath. I'm the only faction leader. The Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, the Arena, the Fighters Guild, and then some. Yes, I mentioned the Dark Brotherhood twice. I like the Dark Brotherhood. Ha, 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 ha. No wonder I went completely mad and mantled my predecessor after that incident with the head. Now I will turn all your ash storms into cheese storms, Dagoth Ur.
Sheogorath, this is not your sermon. All right, I am going to have to leave and deal with this situation. I will be back with another sermon soon. Please don't forget to honor the Sixth House and the Tribe Unmourned.